What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is Cyber Monday, y'all. I hope everybody gets their shopping done. I hope y'all get the steals and deals. Speaking about steals and deals, I'm doing a sneaker drop on my website today. By the time you see this video, it's probably live, so make sure you check it out. The link will be down below in the description. Or if you feel like typing it out, shopsotopia.com. Just a quick warning, I had some Vietnamese coffee a little bit earlier and I am amped up and I'm wired right now. Like, I literally cannot stand in place, which is why I'm roaming around. So you guys might see me, be a little bit jittery. Don't let that distract you from the fact that today we're going to be reviewing one of the highly anticipated sneakers of this year, the Air Jordan 1 Bred in the patent leather finish. Let's get it and let's go. As y'all can probably tell, your boy is a Bred 1 connoisseur. So yes, it's fair to say that your boy loves himself some Air Jordan Bred 1s. So right here would not be possible without the homie Will, the creator, so I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for lending me these shoes for this video. I really wanted to thank him because this shoe doesn't come out until December 30th. We do have a pair with us in hand, and this is a retail pair. So we're gonna be taking a look at these babies today. Right off the bat, you can already tell the box is a little bit different from what we're used to. We're used to seeing a flat Nike Air Jordan 1 box, but for this specific colorway, they went with the all gloss finish, of course, to match the finish of the sneakers. And I've seen the Air Jordan 1 box so many times, so when I see something different, I really like it. Let's take a look at the shoes. I'm trying my best to stay still in this seat right now, but bro, I'm a little jittery. Here is the label of the box. This one is a size 10.5 pair, and they'll be retailing for $170. The colorway is black, varsity red, and white. When I met up the homie Will, I took a quick peek at these, but I didn't really get a detailed look. So today, we're gonna do a detailed look and give you guys my first impressions and overall reaction of these sneakers right here. Ooh, look at that. That is super nice. Maybe I could prop one up behind me. Let's see. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you already know that I'm a sucker for the black, red, and white colorway. This is just a simple, classic colorway that wears well with every single piece, no matter what you're wearing. When I was in high school, the Bred 1 was my go-to sneaker to wear. I'd wear it on rainy days, I'd wear it on sunny days. Basically, in any condition, I knew that I could pull these off. Now, this is the first time we're seeing it with the full patent leather treatment on the uppers. Literally everything on the sneaker is patent leather, besides the nylon tongue, which is the regular Air Jordan 1 tongue. If we take a look at the inside of this sneaker, it says family and it's embroidered on the sock liner right there. I'm not sure if it's on the other shoe. Let's check. Okay, so I guess there's family embroidered on both sides. It's kind of crazy when I look at it in this light because this just looks like a really shiny Bred 1. Like, it looks like it's been dipped in oil, or it just looks like a wet Jordan Bred 1. While we're here, I just wanted to do a quick comparison of the red on these shoes because depending on the release date, the Bred 1s have different shades of red. So let's see which release matches these the best. Not really. Still off and still off. Wow, it's really hard to tell. I guess maybe this pair, I don't know. Here's a quick color comparison for you guys. We have the 2001 pair right here, and we have the 2016 pair of Bred 1/Band 1s at the bottom. Now, as you could probably tell by the video, the red on the 2001 pair hits so much brighter. It almost has like an orange hue to it, and this is one of my favorite ones to wear just because the red pops a lot better. And look at the collar padding on it. Super thick, very, very comfortable. I love the 2001 pair, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick comparison to show you what kind of red we're working with. So obviously, these are a little bit brighter, but this pair right here comes the closest in terms of the tone of red. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you feeling more of like that matte finish with the tumbled leather, or do you guys like the patent leather look? And just for quick price comparison, these are the 2016 pairs going for about $1,000, which is absolutely insane. I wouldn't pay these prices for this pair right here, so luckily I got these back then for maybe like $300, which was an absolute steal considering what they're going for now. If you don't have the money for this, these are going for about half the price, and I have a feeling that the price is gonna drop significantly after they release and everybody has their pairs. One of the touches that I liked about this shoe is that it comes with this nice metallic red Jumpman right here, which I haven't seen before. I'm not sure if it came with any other Jordan releases, but I think this is the first time we've seen it with that metallic red. But for me, even though they added this feature and they added the embroidery inside the sock liner, I do feel like it's missing a little bit of spice somewhere. I just don't know where. For the 2001 pair, they actually added the number of pairs on the inside of the tongue with the number that you have and the total number that was produced. And I thought that that was a great hit, and I really like that detail on the shoe. So part of me wishes they did something like that because it makes your shoe feel a little bit more special, especially being that the band or Bred colorway is such an iconic and classic colorway. I feel like Jordan Brand could have done a little bit more. Other than that, everything is our typical Air Jordan 1 construction. We have our Jordan 1 sole. Whenever I wear my Air Jordan 1s, I don't really have to worry about slipping or sliding, and the Air Jordan 1 midsole lasts forever. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I'm on the fence about this shoe right here. Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I was able to get these for retail, but I'm not sure if I'd see myself paying anywhere close to what resale's going for. And that's coming from somebody that absolutely loves the Bred 1 colorway. Just something about the patent leather construction has me on the fence about it. Whenever I see a patent leather Air Jordan 1, it's always a shoe that looks great to me, but in terms of wearing it, they're not the most comfortable. Since this isn't my pair, I'm not going to smash it, but if I were to press this down pretty hard, it would just feel like cardboard, and that's exactly how they feel on feet. The material of the patent leather doesn't allow it to really form or bend that well, so when you put your foot in it, it really just feels stiff in this area right here. And I'm used to feeling that nice like leather give in on an Air Jordan 1. So when I put on a pair of patent leather Air Jordan 1s, they don't feel the most comfortable in my opinion. And as usual, you know how the Air Jordan 1s crease in this area, which doesn't really bother me, but over time, patent leather doesn't really hold up as well as tumble leather, smooth leathers, nubuck, and materials of that nature. Some of the older shoes that I've seen with patent leather end up cracking in this area right here because it's constantly under some stress and wear and tear. So yes, this shoe right here looks amazing right now, but as y'all wear it and as time goes on, I think this area right here won't age well in my opinion. This material is a lot easier to scratch. It's extremely easy to scuff, and if you scrape it with the right amount of force, it's very hard to bring the shoe back. So that's the only thing that has me on the fence about this colorway. Yes, I understand that it's different, but for me, this is something that I don't know if I could see myself wearing it. Maybe they'll grow on me, I'm not sure, but I still will try to get these for retail and maybe just have them as a part of the collection. But wearing these, I don't think that they're gonna age that well. And man, that hurts me to say, it really does, it really does. If I'm not mistaken, I believe somebody already did a matte version of this with the airbrush. They put some finisher on here and they did a matte version that looked very similar to the 2013s. So I don't know if that's gonna be a thing with these. It might, who knows, honestly. This area right here, it really does bug me. It really hurts me to say this, and I almost feel like I should take what I said back, but that's how I feel about these. Again, this is a classic colorway, but I just don't know if the execution was right, in my opinion. Maybe they'll grow on me as time goes on, who knows? But luckily we have 1 month to figure everything out. Again, let me know what you think about them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to check out my website, shopsoultopia.com, for all your steals and deals for custom goods as well as sneakers. I added a bunch to my site today, and if you guys are wondering what watch I'm wearing for this video, this is the Meister watches, and this model right here is called the Voyager. If you guys would like to shop watches, Meister Watches is doing a crazy sale today for Cyber Monday. I'll have a link down below as well, which will add an additional discount to your watches of choice. All right, I'll catch y'all very soon for the next video though. Shout out to the homie Will for letting me review his sneakers right here. I'll catch y'all very soon for the next one. It's your boy Sneakerhead in the Bay. I'm out. Peace.